Welcome to my channel, members of the Alphabet Gang. My name is NikStarchild, and I make videos about my life as a thriving transgender man. On Tuesdays, I talk about transgender topics or my life. Today, we're going to talk about cisgender people's obsession with trans people's genitals. It's a big one. The interest is bizarre to me. This has happened to me personally, and I've seen it happen to others many times. As soon as someone finds out that someone is transgender, inevitably, the topic of that person's genitals will come up. Usually, through the questions of, did you have the surgery? It's really invasive and gross. I mean, it's like, who asks someone about their genitals if you aren't having sex with them? It's like super rude, and it's very telling about people's lack of sex education. The question of surgery is hilarious too, because it's as if there's like only one surgery, and it's like, what are you even asking me? And they don't know. That's the thing, is they don't know. It's the ignorance. And it also kind of like blows my mind that people walk around with computers in their pockets, and instead of like trying to research a bit on a sensitive topic or personal topic, they feel comfortable asking someone they often don't even know or don't know very well a really invasive question that you could literally just search online. You could literally just put into the search bar, what are the different types of transgender surgeries? Or, how do trans people have sex? Etc. Just the question that you have, put it in the search bar. Information will come up. There will be many hits, and you can read through them and kind of get an understanding and do your own fucking research. And I think that's, it's just like putting that burden on someone else, especially if you aren't close to them, is just so rude. It's so wrong. And, there's nothing wrong with being interested, but it's just like, don't be an asshole. Don't be a jerk. And I find it, maybe just because of my background being in sex education, I just don't find it it's really not all that interesting. Like, people's genitals aren't that interesting, but if you don't have any education, it can be interesting. I think most people's sex education is from porn, and that's a very unrealistic version of sex. And I also think many people are, and this is very controversial, I'm sure, but I think it's the truth, is that people are sexually attracted to transgender people, and they don't know what to do with it. They're confused. They don't like, what does that mean? What does that mean about me? So hence the sexual questions. I think sexuality is a lot more fluid than most people think, and that queer people make up more than a third of society, if not more. I think the running number is maybe like 8 to 10% of the population is queer, and I think it's far higher. I think there's just a lot of internalized homophobia. Yeah, is that a controversial thing to say? Who cares? Who cares if it's controversial? It's the truth. People are afraid to come out, and there's heteronormativity that keeps people in the closet, and they don't even know that it's an option. And when they find out it's an option, it could be quite giving people a lot of anxiety and cognitive dissonance, because they're like, oh, these two things can be true. It's like, yes, these two things can be true. You don't you can just love and be attracted to whoever you want. It's okay. So yeah, it's all very new to people, and a lot of people are having cognitive dissonance and can't understand their attraction. And I mean, like, most trans women are killed by their partners, lovers, and friends, etc. So, I mean, I think, that says a lot, is like, people who are very close to these people don't understand their own emotions, and they act violently when they are just like internalizing hate, essentially. And of course, we need more sex education, but this country is overrun by conservatives in education and politics, so people are kind of limited to what they can find in their communities and online. Much of this is inaccurate and even harmful. And I guess that's why I'm making this video, to give more visibility to the situation and how dehumanizing it is to ask anyone watching who, I ask anyone who's watching who's cisgender to stop doing this. If you have ever done this, stop. Don't do it again. Don't ask people about their genitals. It's disgusting. Reducing people to their sexuality and being an object to be used rather than a full person is so gross and it's hurtful. And honestly, when you break it down, it's really none of your business. Why do you care? And that's like a bigger issue of like, why do cisgender people care so much about trans issues and like trans people existing? It's like, what does it matter to you? How does this affect you? It's wild. But anywho, that's what I wanted to share and hopefully bring a little bit of visibility to this topic. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you specifically to the Alphabet Gang for watching this video and spending a little bit of time with me. There's a lot of ways you can support. You can always, like, comment, subscribe. You can look at my description and check out my links if you want to go above and beyond, or, just watch my videos. Creating this content isn't easy, and I appreciate any and everybody who is here. Thank you very much, and I will see you next week.